Greetings, Keishlings. I'm here with my live reaction of Kingdom, Chapter 645. And it's called Zhao's King's Decree. Okay. An interesting theory that my friend Richard brought up was that what if the reason why Tojo requested, the records keeper and everything was so that he could essentially fake his death essentially. So what we saw at the end of the chapter did not happen at all. And there's a bug in my face. And that he's just gonna kind of hide out, I guess, or potentially, and I brought this up near the end of the chapter when that was all happening. I was what if Ka was written out of the succession order? So this title does kind of indicate one of those possibilities. So he did get something written down before he died, if he died, So this is going to be an interesting chapter. Let's see here. Okay, we're finally at the beginning. Okay, we've got a layout of the battlefield. We got Zhao with the Kocho army, aka Bejazzle's grandpa. And then on the other side, we've got, dang, so many armies. Look at all the armies that we have now. Wait, the Haishin unit is still called the Haishin unit? It should be the Haishin army. That is some bullcrap. I mean, I like the flow of Haishin unit, don't get me wrong, but army at this point is appropriate. But anyway. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 army/units right there. Plus, what are these? Little reserve troops? These smaller, tile pieces? I don't know. Anyway, the forces of the Osen army had spread out their troops to punch through Zhao's commander Kojo's defenses. Interesting. Let's see here. So that would explain why there's so many armies there on the front lines. Gotcha. Let's see here. As the various troops marched to their positions, Osen summoned all of the generals to a meeting at his headquarters. Okay. We've got 3 with similar helmets, and then we got Ohan and Moten there. And, where's Shen? Why isn't Shen there? Is he just off to the right side there, or what? Well, anyway, we got General Oko, or Akko. Why did I say Oko? Just all kinds of messed up today. General Shou and Denrimi. Okay, and General Ohan, General Moten. They're just kind of and there's shit. And he steps in. My bad, General Rishin. Oi! So casual. And just as Osen was about to dive into his upcoming strategy for making the Zhao capital of Kantan, or taking the capital. If everyone is here, let us begin. But there's someone riding in on a horse. Who's this guy? Indeed, the very second he opened his mouth, urgent news! A top priority report just arrived via bird from our spies in Kantan. From Kantan, Has Roboku gone to meet his ancestors? Nope, I'm betting he's been freed. But actually, no, wait. What if Ka has actually been announced as the king and it's his decree, not his father's decree? Okay, that's another way that title could be taken. Before we go further in. Okay, Shin's dude, this dude is so happy. He's did he go to meet his ancestors? I see the smirk now. I mean, I don't blame him. Roboku has been a major, he's not just a thorn in the side of Ken. He is the whole damn bush of thorns, He is a pricker bush. Anyway, Osen's speak then. Yes, sir. It appears the king of Zhao suddenly passed away yesterday. Okay, so still could go either way, but I'm still hoping that Ka has taken the throne. Huh? Huh? Wait, not Roboku? The king of Zhao is dead. And Osen's just like, intense stare as always, must never show emotion. What the hell? What do you mean the King of Zhao just suddenly died? Apologies, we don't know all the details. And back in Kanton. The cause of death is unknown. Do you take me for a fool? But there's no proof of that. It's obviously he was poisoned. Oh, I read those out of order. I mean, I'm still thinking he was poisoned if that scene happened. Because, like, your veins don't just become so visible if you aren't being poisoned or something. So, that's just my thought process. It's obviously he was poisoned. Do you seriously think he can pass off that as death from some illness? Who else would be responsible for this save for you lackeys of Roboku? How dare you slander us when you hold not a single shred of evidence? Shut up. We'll force all those bathhouse brats to confess and send every last one of you to the chopping block. I'd like to see you try. So just the officials are just going at each other's necks. Some of them are even grabbing them by the collar. You motherfuckers, you have no evidence. Enough of this farce. Guards, arrest every last one of these Roboku sympathizers in this room. No, you frickin' don't. They gonna rise. But anyway, I'm sure as a few turns at the torture chamber will loosen their lips, or their tongues. Tongues, lips, it both works. Easily enough. What? I don't like you, Kakuki. What are you waiting for? They're Roboku loyalists too, or they're loyal to their new king, Ka. And it's like, ain't fucking doing it. You might be 3 feet taller than us, but we follow official orders, not your ass. What are you waiting for? Are you not the royal guards? Why are you not arresting the king's murderers? I believe you misunderstand, Kakuki. It's Kai. I missed the A. I'm bad. I don't care for him anyway, so why should I say his name right? He's Kokoki now. Kokoki. Now I'm just saying weird names all the time. I can't say names, people. Anyway, we may be guards, but it is the throne that we sworn our loyalty to. Or our loyalty. Not you. I was right! Of course I know that, but the king is dead. As your prime minister, it is only fitting for you to follow my orders instead. Not when the throne's next ruler has already been decided. Do you mean? That's right. There he is! Ka-sama, the shining light, who will lift Zhao up from its pit of darkness. Stand aside! So he's getting a little Oh, they're heading to the frickin' jails. They're gonna like let everyone free that's like on Roboku's side, right? Release them all. Yes, sir. Wait, what? I want to know who these people are, though. They're damn bug. I hate gnats. I don't care what you do. There's always gnats in the house as soon as the summer comes. You know. The very day Crown Prince Ka assumed power saw him making for the dungeons to set free of men of Damn bug. Ken is fighting Zhao. I am fighting a gnat. It is a battle that will wage on forever. Anyway, men of talent that had been unjustly imprisoned. Ka-sama? What is going on? Oh, he's just kind of like, oh, okay. I thought this dude in front was like grabbing his neck, but I was like, his arm wouldn't be dislocated from that, would it? Without exception, these were capable men of clout and prestige who would normally serve as Zhao's backbone, and yet for daring to rebuke King Tojo for his actions, they had been cast into the darkness. Okay, so he's bringing back the old guard, as it were. Okay, this is bad for Ken, but good for Zhao. So, also a good idea regardless, you know? Now that you don't have to deal with Tojo, be it if he's actually dead or not, we don't really know. But maybe he's just going to live a silent life with his little concubine boys. I don't know. Cabana boys? I don't know what you'd want to call them, but whatever. Anyway. We go to rebuild our kingdom. Who stands with me? I! We offer our lives to you in service. Okay, so they're all saluting. And now we're heading... Oh, I see the little shack. So they're heading to Roboku. So, like, I guess the guards are like, Sir, you are the new king. Would you like to free Roboku? It's like, damn right I would. Where is he? Well, he's in the little, like, outhouse garden shed. He was in there the whole fucking time. I was like, yes, sorry. Tojo, kept us to secrecy. Oh, father. Well, at least he shit himself, and now he's dead. And it's like, yes, it's a glorious day. Anyway, I don't know why I do little skits like that, but they're fun. Anyway, and of course, that included this man as well. And, Kane just fell off her damn sword, off her sword. Her horse. I can't say words right, people, for some reason. I swear there's something wrong with my brain. So, yeah, she is just so happy. She's crying. She fell off the horse, and there he is, and she's just like, Roboku-sama! Kane. He's a little tattered, but, like, to be honest, you'd think he would have had more of a beard by now. It's been over 5 months. You'll get dirty on, or you'll get dirt on you. You'll get dirty on you. She'd like to get dirty on Roboku, but anyway. And she's just crying. She don't give a shit. And now they've just fallen to their knees. I'm sorry for making you worry, Kate. And there's Ka. Roboku, Your Highness, there is much that I wish to speak with you about, but I'm afraid time is rather short supply at the moment. I would ask for your advice on what we should do next. Of course. I mean, the only, like, facial hair he seems to grow is this tweedly little mustache. I had more of a mustache when I first started shaving at age 13. I've been shaving for too damn long. I'd have, like, a full mustache every week. And I had to, groom that shit. And the beard and his hair just keeps growing. And 5 months and this man has a tweedly little French mustache. What is up with you, Roboku? You don't have the facial hair of a man. Anyway. First, we must mobilize the royal capital's army. Understood. Well, about fucking time. But anyway. So, King Tojo is dead and Roboku gets to live. That Roboku's really done it this time. I mean, it's not like he planned this shit out, or did he? I'm still thinking that maybe there was some correspondence between him and Ka, and then Ka orchestrated the poisoning, if that happened. I don't know. Because we don't really have full confirmation, like, I'm still waiting for, like, 10 chapters down the road, and, like, everyone keeps thinking, oh, Tojo's dead, and then it's like, he's not dead, and he's just, like, in a little, alcove, little resort that he had built in secret, or whatever, and it's just like, bring me another concubine, or some shit. Bring me more wine, and you better not bring me poisoned, as they keep thinking. Because one day I think they will find me, and I will be dead. But anyway, I don't know. Anyway, let's see here. What? You mean to say that Roboku killed his own king? No, he would never do anything, or something like that. I mean, if my theory was correct, then he would. Yeah. Doesn't have to be him. Could be one of his underlings. All the same in the end. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's the same thing. Is he right, Moten? Okay, and this is back at the headquarters, of course. Enough. The identity of the true culprit matters little to us. What we need is to be concerned with the fact that King Tojo is dead, and Zhao is now about to undergo a great change. Yep. Yep. It all comes down to who gets to wear the fancy hat next. The fancy hat! Worst case scenario for us. It'll be that Crown Prince Ka. I've heard nothing about that guy except for how he's night and day compared to his old man and the perfect example of a wise king in the making. Yeah, that could be problematic. Because, I mean, he actually listens to the smart general. I've also heard rumors that some big names were in Zhao prisons and were retired. And were biding biding their time waiting for him to take the throne. If that's true, then all of them return to the royal court. Zhao will be reborn anew. See, Raboku has like a smaller mustache than frickin' Osen. And that's really saying something. He pulls it off. The mask really helps. When all you guys is like nothing, it's like less than a caterpillar on your face. Anyway. What? Then it won't just be Raboku coming back from the dead. He'll be bringing a whole bunch of... Oh god, the forces are moving on the front. Something's happening behind the enemy's lines. Are those reinforcements? I'd say they're probably the new powerhouses. Those are the armies of Kantan. Oh, okay, that too. What? They sat on their backsides for the entire span of the last war. Yeah, now they've come out in full force. Oh, Moten's face is like despair. What shall we do, Father? I don't frickin' know, but I'm sure I've got about 10 plans in my back pocket. Let me pull one out. Anyway, we should take this as a sign that Zhao's command structure has already regained function. The fact that it's done this in, like, basically a day is frickin' ridiculous. I know, armies and stuff can mobilize, but that's in modern day when that shit really gets going. This is like when people are walking mostly on foot. How the hell did this mobilize this quickly? And plus the restructuring and everything. I mean, I guess, king's orders and everything, but still. No doubt about it. Ah, shit. We will need to start again from square one. Return to your individual post. We will be falling back to the second defense line. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Aye, sir. Yes, sir. Eh? That was probably Shen that went, eh? Kantan, let us lay low at Futa Palace for now, sire. At last, until the fuss dies down. Or at least, damn it, how? How did it end up like this? How? Take that, Kakukai. Wait, who's this? Kakukai Dono. Kohi? And there's a note. This is probably the historical concubine, Chang, even though the Japanese characters read Jing. I'm not good with these. And could also probably be translated as concubine Ko. Okay. And clerk A. E? A? Anyway, let's see here. Latest news. Okay, now, so what the hell's going on with this? Is like, she's approaching him, not the other way around, so is this like some kind of connection with the little cabana boys, and we're gonna find out that Tojo's still alive, and this is how he messages to his prime minister? But anyway, and now we're back at the at the officials' room in the throne room there. Latest news from the front. The Osen army has retreated. Oh, truly. Calm down. That was exactly what Roboku-sama predicted. Or Dono. Excuse me. Osen will now set his sights elsewhere. We shall endeavor to lure him to Hyeyo. My word. These little... Oh, truly. My word. During which we will expand on Hongo as our new base of operations. If only we had more men skilled in either the pen or sword. Fret not, we have already begun to recruit talent from Buen's underground. Oh, Most impressive, Kai-sama. Or Ka-sama, not Kai-sama. Our men still have yet to discover Kyokai, or not Kyokai, it ain't Kyokai, it is that bastard Kakukai's hideout. Well, he's going to a palace. So I'm like, how the hell you have a palace? But anyway, dispatch more men if needed. He must be brought to justice. He is the root that holds those corrupted officials together. Leave him alone and it will only continue to fester. And then we have an infection, and then I'm basically become my father, except it's on the political corruption side, not, my heart. Or whatever kind of illness he had, who knows. But anyway, okay, so the troops are moving. Oh no, they've surrounded everybody. Oh no, the royal guards. What is the meaning of this? Does this mean that Tojo's actually still alive? And that he's working through Kakukai's as his, front man? There's a limit to how impertinent you can be. And now they're just kind of like, What's going on? Ah, Kakukai. The fat fuck. Oh, and he's got the concubine lady with him. So it might very well be true. Who is that little tiny lady in the background? As the heir apparent to the... He had another child, didn't he? He had it with a whore. That's what the royal decree was, wasn't it? It wasn't that Ka would be the king. It would be whoever this little lady is in the background. As the heir apparent to the Zhao throne, captain of the royal guards, Inmo, I order you to arrest that traitorous wretch, not wench. Well, he could be a wench if he wanted to. But anyway, Kakukai, here. They're not moving. Your Highness, forgive me, but we... Cuckoo. Foo. Kakukai, you fiend, what have you done to Inmo and his men? Ha. Dear me, what on earth are you implying? I assure you that I have done no such thing, for it was King Tojo, blessed be his memory. What? Dono? Yes. Oh, he's the record keeper, isn't he? The document I hold is beyond any shadow of a doubt the late king's last decree and will. Half a day before his untimely passing, I was summoned to his majesty and bidden to... And bidden? But shouldn't it be forbidden? To commit... bidden. I don't know. I've never heard that word used that way. Anyway, bidden to commit his exact words to writing. It is an official document signed by the royal seal. The king's last will? It reads thus... And Riboku is a sweat dropping, and Kakukai he's like, my mustache is more prominent than yours. I don't know my fixation on mustaches this chapter, but whatever. It's a weird quirk today. Anyway, could it be? By order of King of Zhao, King Tojo, 9th of his line, heir apparent to the throne, Crown Prince Kai, is hereby removed from the line of succession. I fucking knew it! It was one of my theories! The Zhao dynasty shall be succeeded by His Majesty's younger son, His Highness Sin-sama. So it was a little... Oh, sweet Jesus, he was riding on a bare naked lady. What the fuck? Okay, so he did have another child. I'm assuming with the whore here. Concubine is still whore. But anyway, so, yeah. And you look more like a woman, to be honest. But, okay. I like the lotus that they have going, for like a hair pin-up decoration there. I like it. So, Ka is not the new king. This is bad. And Ka's just kind of like, shit, I forgot. Or did I even know I had a sibling? Does he know he had a sibling? I don't know. But anyway, I'm thinking this was probably in secret. But, because wasn't it a thing in the harem, like in kin, that, like, you can't converse with them, but maybe, no, maybe I'm just misremembering something about that. But anyway, so everyone is shocked. Huh? What? What? Sima Qian, author of the Shiji Zhao Hereditary House section. God, that was a mouthful. What did you say? Had but one thing to say in regards to the Zhao King's decision to strip the crown prince of his right of succession in favor of the younger, depraved son. What a horrid travesty. Okay. What a twist! But then that kind of implies that this was a character that everyone knew existed, right? So, interesting. So I guess I was kind of right about messing with the succession order. But then what happens if he dies? Does Ka then become the new king? Or is it because, like, they don't have any... This person is too young to have kids, right? But hell, I mean, you're riding in on a naked slave, essentially. So it's like, you probably have kids already. So, God, the secession order is all fucked up right now. So, oh boy. Secession order shenanigans, I think I will call this video. So, oh boy. So, I was kind of right. But then this is definitely implying that Tojo is indeed dead. So, it had to be poison. But then, who actually did it? I mean, obviously, the most obvious would be that it would be Ka or some of his followers. Or Raboku somehow ordering it from prison. So, I'm just kind of wondering if that's how that went down, or is there someone else playing the field in a weird way? Who knows? Because it feels like it's not any of the spies from Ken, because, you know, because the generals were just learning about it, and they're like, Tojo's dead? What? So, unless Osen sent in an assassin and he poisoned, and just like that assassin has not been able to report back, you know, directly to the person who sent him, I'm pretty sure it wasn't Ken who did the murder-laden. You know? I said murder-laden on purpose. So, that wasn't just me messing up a word. But anyway. So yes, this is an interesting development, because I was really because Ka was doing such a good job for all of 5 minutes. He was bringing back the old guards of sorts, you know, freeing all the people that Tojo just imprisoned for really no good reason other than a little insubordination. But I mean, if they were doing their jobs, you know, to an adequate or very superior, you know, at best, you know, results, like, why would you throw them in prison? But then again, he did the same thing to Raboku, and we know Raboku's got a decent track record when it comes to fucking over enemy armies. So why would you throw him in prison other than you just hated his fucking guts? Oh boy. I wonder how long Sin's going to be on the throne. I wonder how long Sin does sit on the throne. Like, is that recorded in the historical records and stuff? Maybe not. But, this is interesting, I have to say. But, I've read moved on long enough. This chapter was quite interesting. I was hoping for Ka. We got Sin, who literally is Sin with an I, not an E in this case. So, the Sinful King. That's what I'll call it. We had the Bastard King. Or what did I call Tojo? I forget. The Monster King, or whatever. He will be the Bastard King. His youngest son is the Sinful King. And Ka is the future Wise King. Or the Reasonable King, I guess, could also be a good name for him. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Let me know what you thought of the chapter. I thought it was great. But anyway, any thoughts or opinions, let me know. Anything I missed, let me know. Check out my other content, see what you like, suggest things for the future. Links down below for all my social medias and way so that you can keep in contact with me, but also like keep up with all of my content. I stream on Twitch where I do gaming, and I'll tweet it out when I go live. Part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, things getting crazy in Zao, yo.